How you going, guys? Curtis from Cutting Edge Engineering. Today's job, we have some pins we need to make for a 14M grader. So what we've got is the main pivot pin for the front axle group, and that allows it to oscillate while the machine is in operation. And the other one we have is the main pin that connects the blade mounting group to the circle assembly. There are two of these, one on each side of the blade mounting group, and it also allows the blade to be tilted forward or backward. So this particular pin has actually been discontinued from the OEM. They have released an updated pin, but our customer doesn't like the new design because it means no adjustment can be made to preload the saddle group. So we're going to be making two new ones of these pins and one of the main pivot for the front axle. And we're going to get started by cutting our material to length. And the material we're going to be using is induction hardened chrome bar. We have ordered in a length of 2 3/4 inch, and we had two offcuts of 65mm. We need to cut the size. And to cut that, we're going to be using our ever rising horizontal bandsaw. If you've been watching our videos for a while, a few years ago we did have this bandsaw. I did lend it out to a mate, but now it's finally back and it's good to have it to cut all of our material. And if you're wondering how we're able to cut the induction hardened material, this bandsaw is fitted with a tungsten carbide tip blade, but you do need to take it easy on your feed rate. These blades aren't cheap, and it is easy to chip a tooth and wreck the blade. Now we've got all our material cut to length, we're going to go over to the lathe and set up the front axle pin so we can remove the pin plate. To machine the weld out that's holding the plate on the pin, I'm going to be using a 10mm button insert. So I can knock it off with a hammer. Still solid. So that's a pretty deep weld, and I don't want to remove excess material. So I'm going to change out to an internal parting tool and remove that last little bit. That's the plate removed. It is a little bit bent, so we're going to put it in the press and straighten it out. Now with that done, we can get on to machining the new pin. Now with that done, we're going to relief cut the center of the pin, and that is to help with installation. 165mm on each end we leave to size, because that is where the bushings are installed. And the last thing to machine is the end for the pin plate. That fits on there nicely. Now we can get it out of the lathe and go and get this welded on. So that's one pin done. Now we're going to get on to machining the other two.
Hey, where'd you go? Hey. Oh my gosh. Show me what you're wearing. Right, come on.
So both ends of these pins are exactly the same. What we need to do is machine off the induction layer, machine it down to size, and we're going to cut a 2" by 12 TPI thread. So I can't actually use the castle nut off the original pin to test the threads because it is seized on there. Instead, I'm using a brand new 2-inch nylock nut, but I can't wind it all the way to the end of the thread because the nylon is stopping it. But that's enough to know that the thread is fully formed and is correct. That's this end done. We're going to flip it and do the exact same to the other end. Righto guys, so that's all the machining done on this pin. We still need to drill some holes, but we're going to get the other pin up to the same stage. So that's all the lathe work completed. Now we're going to get this set up in the mill so we can drill some holes. Now that we've found center, we're going to use a 10mm drill to drill a hole in each end of the pin beside the thread, and what that's going to be used for is for a split pin to lock the castle nut from coming undone. So that's this pin completed. Now we just need to drill the holes in the second pin. Righto guys, so that's the 2 blade mount pins completed. The last thing I'm going to do is paint the plate on the other pin. So that's this job completed. Nice, quick and easy, and a good change of pace rather than standing in front of the lathe all day watching one job for hours on end. And we've saved our customer a lot of money. If you were to buy these from the OEM, you're not going to get any change out of $7,000. I know. But now that they're done, we're going to get them back to our customer so they can fit them back in their machine and get it back to work. Thanks for watching. That's the 2 blade mount pins completed. The last thing I'm going to do is paint the pin plate on the first pin.
That's too much pins, eh?
To remove the plate, we're going to use... To remove the what did I say?
So, I don't know, so that's a pretty deep weld.
Okay, righto. So that's a...
Oh my god.
So I'm going to change out my tool to an insert... I'm going to change out my tool to an inter... I'm going to change out my tool to an intern and... Oh my god, it's words that are fucking me up. Righto. Wait, what? Right, wait, what? If you've been watching our videos... Oh, I nearly said vehicles. Now that we've found center, we're going to use a 10mm hole to drill a hole. So that's this job completed. Nice, quick and easy, and a good change of pace.
Yeah.
Me. Right.
Hey, no. Oh my god. Hey, stop it. No. Homeless, get your chickens. Hey. No.